Hello everyone, welcome back to Jikook Moments. A recent video shows Jungkook, JHope, and Taehyung seemingly enjoying some time together in Boston before getting busy again with various BTS schedules. In the middle of their trip, one thing in particular caught fans' attention. Jungkook appeared to be taking his role as a videographer very seriously. It seems that the Jungkook the Videographer era is still going strong. This time, he wasn't simply recording a few spontaneous moments. He looked genuinely serious about documenting their journey. With the kind of focus you would expect from someone doing a professional job, Jungkook made something as simple as walking around together feel much more interesting. There is something amusing about seeing Jungkook so focused while holding the camera and recording everything happening around him. It is almost as if he has discovered a new side job and is carrying it out with complete dedication. Seeing how seriously he takes it, it wouldn't be an exaggeration to imagine the other BTS members having to deal with a videographer who is ready to capture every little moment of their journey. For fans, it is often these simple moments that feel the most enjoyable. There is no big stage, no concert spotlight, and no formal atmosphere. It is simply Jungkook, JHope, and Taehyung enjoying time together, walking around the city, and spending the day in a much more relaxed atmosphere. Boston seems to have given them a small opportunity to enjoy some free time before returning to their busy schedules. After going through so many activities and packed schedules, having a simple moment to walk around together must be meaningful in its own way. There doesn't need to be a major agenda. Simply enjoying the city, joking around, documenting their journey, and spending time together can already become a precious memory. Another thing worth appreciating is the attitude of the fans who happen to see them in person. From the various moments that have circulated, fans appeared to maintain their distance and chose to take pictures from afar without disturbing their activities. This kind of behavior should indeed be an example when encountering idols in public. Admiring someone does not mean you always have to approach them or follow their every move. Giving them space, respecting their privacy, and allowing them to enjoy their personal time comfortably is actually a much better form of support. Interestingly, because the atmosphere was so relaxed, moments like these felt much more natural. Fans were able to see another side of the BTS members away from the stage, when they weren't performing as superstars in front of tens of thousands of people, but simply as a group of friends enjoying a trip together. And of course, Jungkook's presence as the videographer made everything even more interesting. He seemed determined not to miss a single moment. The way Jungkook carried out this role even made fans wonder what the footage he has been collecting all this time might look like. For now, the most important thing is simply to hope that Jungkook, JHope, and Taehyung can enjoy their time in Boston peacefully before returning their focus to their various BTS schedules. Simple moments like these may seem small, but they can become enjoyable memories for both the members and their fans. On the other hand, fans' attention has also turned toward a much more serious discussion about the possibility of creating a special category for Asian artists at the Grammys. The discussion became active again following statements from Sleep D's regarding the possibility of such a category. For some fans, the issue is not simply whether the Grammys will create a new category for Asian artists. The bigger question is where BTS would stand in that process and what such recognition would truly mean. According to statements circulating online, the Academy is said to understand the enormous influence BTS has around the world. BTS has not only built immense popularity in Asia but has grown into a global phenomenon with millions of fans, international attention, major achievements, and an influence that has helped change the way the music industry views Asian artists. Therefore, if BTS were among the first names to win a special category for Asian artists, the symbolic meaning would certainly be enormous. However, this is exactly where some fans have raised critical questions. Is such a category genuinely being created to provide greater and fairer recognition to Asian talent? Or could BTS's popularity potentially be used to give this new category immediate attention, legitimacy, and significant commercial value? The question has become even more sensitive because of the term guinea pigs that appeared in the discussion. The term certainly sounds harsh and controversial. However, the concern raised by some fans is actually connected to something broader. Asian artists should not only receive attention once the industry realizes just how much commercial, cultural, and global value they bring. For years, BTS have proven that a group from Asia can fill stadiums in different countries, break records, build a global fan base, and have a major influence on the worldwide music industry. They did not become a global phenomenon simply because they were given opportunities by Western institutions. Instead, BTS built that journey step by step together with their fans. That is why, when a major institution finally recognizes the potential of the Asian market or the enormous appeal of Asian artists, it is understandable that some fans would question the motivation behind such changes. Is this change truly driven by sincere recognition of Asian talent, or is the industry beginning to realize that there is tremendous value in something it previously overlooked? This is where the discussion surrounding BTS becomes particularly important. BTS have never been known for treating awards as the only measure of success. Throughout their careers, the members have repeatedly spoken about music, their goals as artists, their relationship with fans, and the importance of remaining true to themselves. Therefore, if an opportunity to receive a particular award or recognition arises one day, it would certainly make sense for BTS to consider it carefully. An award can be an important achievement, but not every form of recognition automatically means that the system behind it has truly changed. There is a difference between receiving an award and receiving genuinely equal recognition. For years, there has also been an assumption that BTS desperately needed validation from the Western music industry. However, when looking at their overall journey, that narrative feels far too simplistic. Long before receiving major recognition from the Western industry, BTS already had a strong career, an extraordinary relationship with their fans, historic achievements, and global influence that they built themselves. They did not wait for an institution to determine whether their music had value. They proved it through their work, numbers, concerts, achievements, and the support of fans across different parts of the world. In other words, BTS are not simply a group waiting for an opportunity to be recognized. They have actually become one of the groups that helped open doors and reshape the global music industry. BTS have also helped open doors for other Asian artists. After they successfully crossed various geographical and cultural boundaries, more Asian artists began receiving global attention. Because of this, every major decision involving BTS does not only affect them but could also have broader consequences for the next generation of Asian artists. This is what makes the debate surrounding an Asian category at the Grammys much bigger than simply one award. At its core, the question is about representation, equality, and how one of the world's biggest music institutions provides space for artists from regions that have historically received less attention. If the category is genuinely created with the goal of providing equal recognition to Asian talent, then it could certainly be a positive step. However, if the change is only being made after the industry realizes the enormous commercial and cultural value brought by Asian artists, then it is understandable that the public would question it. Especially because BTS already occupy a unique position. They have proven their ability on the global stage without needing a special category to define their worth. That is why the idea that BTS would simply accept anything just to win an award feels like an oversimplification of their long journey. In the end, both Jungkook, JHope, and Taehyung's relaxed moments in Boston and the debate surrounding an Asian category at the Grammys reveal two different sides of BTS's journey. On one hand, we see them as individuals who can still enjoy simple things, walking around together, taking in the atmosphere of a city, and even watching Jungkook take his role as a videographer so seriously. On the other hand, BTS's name continues to be at the center of a major discussion about how the global music industry recognizes Asian artists. Perhaps that is why every step BTS takes continues to attract so much attention. They are not just about stages and awards. Their journey has become part of a much larger transformation within the global music industry. And if a special category for Asian artists really does come to the Grammys someday, the most important question will not simply be who wins it. The much bigger question is, will that category be created because the industry has finally come to genuinely value Asian talent, or because the industry has only just realized how much value Asian artists possess? The difference between those two possibilities is what makes Sleep Deeza's statement and the discussion surrounding an Asian category at the Grammys continue to spark debate among fans. So, from Jungkook's relaxed moments in Boston to the Grammy debate, BTS are once again at the center of attention. What do you think? Would an Asian category at the Grammys be a positive step for Asian artists? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell.